Shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone while learning this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect out there scattered abroad, pushing this truth on the four corners of the earth, and risk their lives and freedom to do so. This is going to be a part 2. I had a call come in, so I had to not redo the whole lesson, but I got to pick up from where I left off, and I was going into the conduct, how to conduct, how to conduct yourself while being in this ministry. Okay, so let me go ahead and pick up where I left off. This is going to be quick. I got a few more precepts, and then I'm going to close out. So I was at Sirach 17 and verse 25. Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. And that's what we are to do. Okay? Before we came in this truth, we was all worshiping, other gods, involved in folly, all this BS. Okay? Our goal when we come into this truth is to offend less. Okay? The longer you're in here, you want to offend less and less. Okay? You know better. Okay? You got the experience. This is opposite of what Jake does in the world. They offend and don't care. Okay, they offend and celebrate the offense. Go to a bar or go to a club after they just did something demonic. Okay? Go to celebrate a divorce party. Shit like that. A woman cheats on her man all the time and celebrates it. Okay, Jake eats abominable foods all the time and don't give two cares in the world because they was raised eating that. We was raised eating, things that don't go with the scriptures, but we broke out of that, man. Salvation is way more important than a bacon burger platter, like I was going into. You got Jake that's willing to lose it all for something that's silly. Man, I want them shrimp fries that they sell in LA. I'm about to go over there, man. I can just do this last sin, the last sin until the day of the Lord. And the scripture said a sinner makes an excuse for the sins he commits, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so you got Jake out here just making sins, just doing sins and making an excuse for it, trying to justify it. All right, and the Lord is not down with that, man. I had sex on the Shabbat, but, in Leviticus it says no, man. Okay? You're supposed to abstain from that on that night. You can live. Jake act like he just need it. I need it. It's been a long week. It's been a long week for all of us. Get it cracking tomorrow night. Okay, if the girl's down for you, she'll be there. Jake don't think like that, though. It's not fun. You see? Fun is going to get y'all destroyed, man. I got 2 more precepts and I'm going to get ready to close. This is Galatians 5 and 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. We always want to be in the spirit. Okay? So we don't fulfill the desires of the flesh because the spirit and the flesh go against each other, like it says right here. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, opposite, so that you cannot do the things that ye would. Okay, so you got the angel on the left hand shoulder, and you got the devil on the right hand shoulder. They're constantly going against each other. Okay? And I know we deal with this all the time. It's the Shabbat. And this hottie you've been trying to talk to for 3 months, all of a sudden she call you up and wants you to come through. Okay? And it is set up. You come over and she gonna be dressed on. Man, hell no. Hell, that's why I don't even like answering calls. You can answer calls. I'm not trying to be over righteous, brothers and all that. But a random call, 323-18, you know what I mean? But who is this? Oh, this is Christina. What's up? I've had situations. The sun was about to go down. A broad called me. Hey, you want to hang out today? How you could have called me yesterday or tomorrow, man? It's Satan. I done been out having something to eat, or what was we doing? I just been in different situations, and it was a Shabbat, and you see Satan creep in. A situation that don't ever happen is 4 women. All of a sudden, they want to link up with brothers on the day of the Shabbat. You like, damn, they could have called Saturday night or Friday night. You know what I mean? The Shabbat is on a Sunday night when we doing our thing. You see? That's how Satan moves. And then your flesh is like, man, go do it, go hit it, go hit it. But then the spirit's like, nah, you want to die? You see, it's not in the end. It's not worth it. Okay, it's not worth your salvation. All right. I'm gonna close with this. This is the book of Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Okay, and like I was going to, everybody around us is wicked and they're doing evil. They're practicing evil every day. They're having fun while doing it. Okay, they might as well enjoy it. They might as well enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, they might as well enjoy it while it lasts because they're getting ready to be destroyed. Okay, we're not supposed to follow after them. All right, that's why I don't even like talking to niggas in the world. You got 5 friends. You go over their house. They all about to go to a Bible study, and then go watch some big booty at the strip club or something. Which that's not bad, the big booty, but that Bible study in that demonic church, hell no. Nah. The scripture said that the Lord doesn't dwell in temples built by hands. Okay, so they in there learning scriptures that ain't getting broken down right. They just read it face value, and then they go off into the night, go smoke weed all night and drink and shit like that. You're like, come on, man, I'm gonna get away from that. All right, they go celebrate the homie's birthday. Okay, they're gonna go to the barbershop to line their hair up. You the only one there that don't get a lineup. You the eyeball. To me, I just don't go around people in the world like that because I'm always the eyeball, and I'm happily the eyeball because I'm a righteous man. You know, I try to be, the highest level of righteousness possible. Okay, until we get them new bodies. And I don't have a problem with that. Okay, I had one of my boys in the world. I hung out with him probably like 2-3 years ago. I don't like your beard, blah, 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 blah. This is a righteous beard, man. This is the law. Okay, I'm not doing it to be sexy. I'm doing it because it's required of us, man. It shows your masculinity. Jake got a smooth face. Want to look cute, like a woman. Okay, you leave that for the women. We're men. The lions got their manes. It's lucky if I pronounced it wrong, but they got the big thing of hair. Imagine how they would look if they shaved that off. They look just like the female lions. If you notice, the female lions don't got that. Okay? The Lord does that to show the masculinity. Okay? When King David's men had their beard shaved, he sent them out. Don't come back until your beard grow back. Okay? And I believe it was the Ammonite king that did that, but he said, don't come back until your beard grow back, and we end up going to war over that. That's how serious this thing is, man. But if they was evil, they were like, man, we're just going to shave it off. We're going to look cute for the women, and we don't care. They would have got put to death, man. Yes, it's that serious. And it says, neither shall thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment. Okay? And we're going to say it how we say it. We're not going to hold our sword back with blood, because you're going to have people saying, man, that's evil, that's wrong. And we're going to just keep bringing it out. We ain't going to be like, oh, you know what? They got a point. Maybe we should stop. If you think like that, or you're acting like that, that shows that you don't believe in what you're teaching. Okay? Because you're supposed to stand as bold as a lion, like the scripture said. We ain't about to get scared because Jake don't like what we saying. We're not going to get scared. And we're not going to hold our sword back from blood. Okay, whatever the hell y'all want to do, let's do this. All right? Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm going to say shalom.